Hey everybody, I'm Grant Fluff from Fletcher Sports Zone and welcome back to another YouTube video. Now I know it's Sunday, I will not have time to do Fletcher Sports Zone, which kinda stinks. But this week, don't worry, we should be back 1 o'clock next week. But in the meantime, I've talked about the NHL trade deadline so much. I'm currently in the middle of making a video about if Julian Edelman should be in the Hall of Fame or not. And I have to be completely honest with you, I have no idea what to make YouTube videos on because I'm either going to be repeating myself on Power Skate Show, and really there's just been nothing going on. And you don't want to see another Blake Bortles video, I'm assuming. So here we are, talking about some WWE releases that occurred this past Thursday, which I'll be talking about wrestling. At least all the guys that got released aside one, I actually know who they are, so let's dig into it. Let's get my opinions. I don't know, WrestleMania happened last weekend, of course, so I'm kinda getting back into wrestling. I don't know, I feel like every year when it's like around WrestleMania, I get back into wrestling and then watch in like 3 weeks, I'm not gonna care about it again. Although my favorite wrestler, Sheamus, is the new United States champion, so at least that's got me excited, but let's be real, he's not gonna have it for, I'd say, more than 2 months, which kinda sucks. So let's get into it. I'm just gonna do the release that happened on April 15th, this past Thursday. I'll just pretty much read out the names and kind of give my input on them. So, first one we have is Rob Gronkowski's best friend, Mojo Rawley. I mean, really? Why would you release Mojo Rawley? I mean, he's pretty, muscular. I don't see why they didn't really give Mojo Rawley a chance. I mean, he's been a part of some pretty mediocre tag teams in the past. They should have gave him more of a chance, in my opinion. There was no need to release him. I would have really signed him on like a 1, maybe 2 year deal to kind of see, what else he was going to do as a singles competitor, but they released him way too quickly. And I'm going to be saying this about a lot of these guys, but AEW is going to have a field day picking up all these guys because, simply put, well, WWE can't properly develop wrestlers. And why do you think half the... Oh, and we'll get to the NXT guys who were great in NXT, but did nothing in WWE. There's certainly a few on this list, but it's just WWE, they just stick with the same guys. They're just like, back in the day, John Cena, he has to win every match. And now it's Roman Reigns has to win every match. It's ridiculous. They don't know how to properly develop these guys. That's the main problem as to why the majority of these guys got released. But yeah, Mojo Rawley getting released. I don't agree with that one. They should have definitely re-signed him or give him more of a chance in, 101 singles action. Like a wrestler like Mojo Rawley, yeah, he's a mid-tier wrestler. I get that. He is. But that means he should be in the conversation for the United States title, the Intercontinental title, win the tag team titles if you pair him up with the right dude. You could have used Mojo Rawley for much more than what they did. Alright, the next one that got released was Wesley Blake. I'm not too familiar with him. I'm going to move on. Bo Dallas, this one sucks. And this one pissed me off the most because, I believe, still, not really. I mean, he quit the gimmick back in like 2016 and it was sad. I still have a Bo Dallas shirt somewhere around my house, but no idea where it is. That's besides the point. Yeah. Bo Dallas, pretty good example of a phenomenal wrestler in NXT who just, once they dropped the Bo Leave gimmick, he sucked. Which is very unfortunate because, again, Bo Dallas should be a guy who should be in the, Intercontinental Championship, United States Championship. They even give him the 24/7 championship. They just gave him nothing. Bo Dallas, this is such a waste of talent because, once they dropped his Bo Leave gimmick, then he became, a below-tier wrestler, again, squashed every week. And then they had him pair up with The Miz, which was stupid. I think Curtis Axel's with them, too. It was a mess. They did Bo Dallas wrong. Dude, he was literally a champion in NXT. And then he comes over, has like 3 good months back in like 2014 and 15. I think after 2015, they were like, oh, we can't make this guy a champion? He's a low-tier wrestler. And that's what sucks, because they literally just wasted this guy's prime. Actually curious to see how old Bo Dallas actually is. I think he was around like 27 when he actually entered the WWE. Oh no, he was like 24. He's 30. Like, they just wasted his prime. It's so stupid. They just wasted Bo Dallas's prime. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That just frustrates me. He's still 30 though, so that means wrestler terms, he still has like 12 good years of wrestling left in him. But, oh my god, this guy could have been, maybe not a WWE champion, but this guy could have definitely been like a 3-4-time Intercontinental Champion, Bo Dallas. Ridiculous. Kalisto, oh, speaking of former United States champions anyway, the only thing I remember about Kalisto is he beat Ryback. Like, what, it was actually a United States Championship match, and I'm like, how does like a 5'2" dude beat Ryback? It was stupid, but that's besides the point. Kalisto, yeah, again, just another mid-tier wrestler. There's nothing much they could do with him, unless they were gonna try to make him Rey Mysterio 2.0, which I don't think that was really intended to do. So they're gonna cut the ties on Kalisto. I mean, he's probably good for the cruiserweight division if that's still around, but I mean, wasn't the best really. Like, I would have probably held on to him for another year or something. You know, I wouldn't mind perhaps bringing Sin Cara back and teaming up Kalisto with him, or pairing him up with Rey Mysterio and his son. Either or. You could have done more with Kalisto, but he did win United States title, so I guess it wasn't a complete waste of time. This one ticked me off too. Tucker. Why? You break him up with Otis just to release him like 4 months later. This made no sense at all. Tucker, just like Mojo Rawley, he is a big fella and he can hold his own in a match. And again, this is pretty much Big Cass done even worse. That's what Tucker is. He's Big Cass, but they did him like 20 times worse. Because at least with Big Cass, they, try to incorporate him in some championship matches. With Tucker, he would just lose matches to Dolph Ziggler all the time. And now they just released him. And again, Tucker's just so stupid because he's such a big wrestler. You could do stuff with him. Again, you could make him an upper mid-tier wrestler. You could have pretty much made him like Wade Barrett 2.0, but you didn't. Just drop the bad news gimmick and the red elbow finisher, but they could have used Tucker for stuff. It's just so ridiculous. Tucker is young enough, I believe. So maybe maybe what they're doing here is they're gonna, and I'm trying to see if WWE would bring any of these guys back, which is certainly interesting. They might. Again, just like Bo Dallas, he's 30 years old. So, he can rebound. And, he still has, again, for a wrestler, he still has about 12 years left in his prime. But, again, I feel like other companies would have used him better. And he will actually be winning championships in other companies. Simply put, AEW, oh yeah, he'll be part of, like, tables matches and stuff. Whereas WWE, it's like, you lose to Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode and, like, all these other random mid-tier, and Riddle, or whatever his name is, Matt Rule, Riddle, whatever. But yeah, Tucker should have probably held on to him. Or they shouldn't have broke him up with Elias too quickly. I don't know. But they handle that situation terrible. Otis. Why did I say Elias? They better not release Elias. They release Elias, I'll not be happy. That'd be a sole video in itself. Moving on to Chelsea Green. Don't know who that is. Mickie James. This one makes sense. They brought her back. Nostalgia. She had a couple shots at the championship, I think, against Alexa Bliss. Lost them all. Okay. I ain't gonna get that upset over Mickie James. She's like in her mid-40s now. It's about time to cut ties. The Iconics, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce gets released. Now, Billie Kay can't wrestle, so fair enough. I get why they released her, but damn, they did Peyton Royce dirty. They could have definitely used her. They could have, like, really, I don't know why they undersold her, because she legit could be a future women's champion, or she could have, they properly developed her. But that's besides the point. Like, I could see Peyton Royce being someone. I mean, like, come on, if Carmella's champion and stuff, well, used to be, and like Bailey, you can make Peyton Royce champion. So stupid. At least they did win the women tag team titles that one time at WrestleMania a couple years ago, but still, just stupid. Stupid. Insert the Randy Orton stupid meme, because all of this is pretty much stupid. I mean, the Mojo Rawley, the Bo Dallas, the Iconics, and the one we're going to get to, the main meat on the table. No, not Ryback, which it was. They released him a couple years ago, but yeah. They just messed all these up, all right. Peyton Royce, again, I think could have been a future women's champion, but whatever. And then the big one, Samoa Joe. Why? You literally had him come back, get destroyed by Brock Lesnar in a pay-per-view, did nothing with him for like 2 years, and then you released him. Why? You should have just had him continue wrestling at Impact. You fools. You just wasted Samoa Joe's like last prime years. How old even is he? I think he's in his close to his 40s. I'm pretty sure anyway. And again, another great NXT wrestler gone to waste. 42 years old. He is 42 years old, and they just wasted his final good years wrestling. Pathetic. WWE, oh my God. Samoa Joe is a high-tier wrestler. He should have won way more titles than he did. I, in my personal opinion, thought he should have been WWE champion back in like 2018. Like, come on, we could have had Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles, Samoa Joe. Oh, I mean, we got some Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns matches, but, they could have done more with him. And I think he did win an Intercontinental title or a U.S. title like once here and there, but the reigns never really lasted long. Yeah, they could have even really paired them up. Like, I would have liked to see Samoa Joe and Tucker. Like, that would have been a good tag team. Have them win the tag titles or something. Samoa Joe versus Big E, that would have been, two heavy hitters colliding. Samoa Joe versus Braun Strowman. Like, you could have used Samoa Joe way better than just like, oh, okay. He beats some random dude for the Intercontinental title and he's going to lose it in 2 months. All of these were bad. This is terrible. Absolutely terrible releasings. Also, they released Andrade last month, too. I forgot to mention that. Another wasted talent, but he, like Peyton Royce, is like in his late 20s, so they can redeem themselves. But I just feel bad for both Dallas and Samoa Joe, pretty much. And Peyton Royce, because I know she has the talent. But Bo Dallas got robbed after being an NXT championship. They did nothing with him. And then Samoa Joe, they just wasted his last good years. And, I mean, even if AEW, he goes back to Impact Wrestling, whatever, he's only gonna wrestle for like 3 more years. Which sucks. But, whatever. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You want me to make more wrestling videos? I have no idea. But it's up to you. It's, if we had Fletcher Sports Zone today, I was going to bring it up anyway. And I figured since, there wasn't a whole lot of news to really talk about this week, since, I've already recovered the NHL trade deadline like 3 times. I was just getting sick of it. So we'll go over the WWE releases. And yeah, a lot of them not making me happy. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. Thank you for 200 subscribers, by the way. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I forgot to mention that. Thank you for 200 subscribers. I'm Grant Fluff from Fletcher Sports Zone saying enjoy the rest of your evening.